All right, you've spent 30, maybe 40 years building up this incredible expertise. You've led teams, you've solved really tough problems, and now you're ready for your second act. But let's be honest, starting a business based on all that experience can feel pretty overwhelming, right? Well, today we're going to build your blueprint. We're going to cut through all of that noise and focus on the only three questions that really matter before you do anything else. So you are ready to leverage that lifetime of experience. That is fantastic. But so many brilliant professionals I know get stuck right at the beginning. They're asking about websites and legal structures and pricing. And look, those things are important for sure, but they are not the first questions. Getting the foundation right is absolutely everything. Okay, here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll look at the common wrong turn that most people take. Then, we are going to walk through the three foundational questions in order: your why, your what, and your how. And then, at the end, we'll pull it all together into your personal blueprint for action. Let's talk about the single biggest reason why so many second act businesses really struggle to get off the ground. It's not a lack of experience. You've got that in spades. And it's not a lack of opportunity. It's starting in the completely wrong place. Does this list look a little familiar? This is what I call the tactical trap. I've seen so many brilliant people get stuck right here, falling down a rabbit hole for weeks, sometimes months, researching software and legal structures. But these are just the details. They are not the business itself. And this really illustrates the problem perfectly. When you focus on the tactics first, it is literally like showing up to a construction site and arguing about what brand of hammer to use before you've even seen the architectural plans. I mean, you might build something, but it probably won't be the sturdy, purposeful structure you actually need. And getting that foundation wrong means you risk leaving a massive opportunity on the table. Just take a look at these numbers. We are talking about a consulting market worth over $300 billion. The demand for deep expertise, for the wisdom and the pattern recognition you've built over decades, it's just enormous. And this leads directly to the burnout trap. This is so, so crucial. If your financial reality says you need income in the next 60 days, but your strategy involves building some grand legacy project that won't pay off for a year, you are setting yourself up for failure. This mismatch is completely avoidable, and it all starts by answering our very first question. So let's build that foundation. Question number one isn't about the market. It's not about your skills. It's about you, your why. Your true, honest motivation for doing this is the strategic starting point that is going to dictate every single decision that comes next. Let's break this down. Are you here because you have an income gap? If so, your focus has to be on revenue, and fast. Or are you building for legacy and impact? If you're financially secure, you can afford to invest time and build for the long term. Or is this all about activity and purpose, just staying sharp and engaged? In that case, you optimize everything for flexibility. So which one of these really resonates with you right now? Be honest with yourself. Your answer is your North Star. Okay, let's move on to our second question and see how this all builds. Now, the good news here is you are not starting from scratch. You have 30 or 40 years of experience. The challenge isn't acquiring new expertise, it's recognizing and packaging what you already have in a way that the market will happily pay for. I want you to remember this number, 50 plus, because we need to redefine expertise. It is not about everything you know in your head. The market pays for transformation. Your marketable expertise is the specific problem that you have solved successfully more than 50 times. It's all about repeatable results. So how do you find that packaged expertise? Just ask yourself these three validation questions. First, what are those big recurring problems that you've navigated over and over again? Second, what do former colleagues and contacts still call you about for advice? That is the market telling you what it values. And third, what insight can you share in just 10 minutes that would dramatically shortcut someone else's learning curve by 10 months? That shortcut has immense value. So once you're clear on your why and your what, then and only then can we finally talk about the how. This is your business model. Think of it as your delivery vehicle. And remember, this is a strategic choice for where to start, not some permanent career identity you're going to be locked into forever. So here are the three main paths. Consulting is the fastest path to revenue. It's perfect if you have an income gap. You're solving a specific high-value problem. Coaching is for those who really excel at guiding others and want that recurring relationship-based income. And course creation, that's for systematic teachers who want to build a leveraged asset, but it requires patience and a ton of upfront work. Now look at those timelines. They align directly back to your why. The crucial point here is this. You don't have to do it all at once. In fact, you shouldn't. The most successful second act entrepreneurs, they start with one model that fits their immediate why. Think of a former CFO. She might start with high-ticket consulting projects just to generate cash flow. Then, 6 months later, she adds a coaching program for ongoing support. A year after that, she builds a course based on the framework she's taught dozens of times. Start with one, earn while you learn, blend them later. And just like that, we have moved from that overwhelming confusion of the tactical trap to the focused clarity of a strategic blueprint. You now have the framework to make the right decisions in the right order. So let's recap the journey. It's 3 simple but really powerful steps. First, get brutally honest about your why, your core motivation. Second, identify and package your what, that problem you've solved 50 plus times. And third, choose your initial how, the business model that aligns with your why and your what. This is your blueprint. It's not a 50-page business plan. It's a clear, simple, and powerful guide that ensures the business you build is the business you actually need right now. It aligns your financial reality with your deepest experience and your desired lifestyle. If this framework really resonates with you and you feel ready to take the next step, I want to invite you to join the free Retirepreneur Hub. It is full of step-by-step frameworks, planning templates, and resources built specifically for professionals 55 and over who are turning their expertise into their next great adventure. So I'll leave you with this. Your age is not a liability. It is your greatest asset. The market trusts experience. You have spent an entire career accumulating wisdom and solving problems. The only question left to answer is, what are you going to build with it next?